Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure. Kafie 1901 is a family story dating back to when my grandfather first stepped foot in La Unión, El Salvador in 1901. And it is my way to demonstrate my love, my passion, and honestly, a beautiful story that is the Kafie family story from Honduras, El Salvador, and Central America. So Kafie 1901 is a passion project for me, and the way I tell the story is through sharing wonderful tobacco and coffee with the world.
And you were talking about a new release you're bringing to this PCA 2023.
So 3 years ago, I was in Honduras where we had our factory, Tabacalera Kafie. And I had a vision. I was obsessed with creating what we know in the industry, a puro, a tobacco, a cigar that's made of all binder, filler, wrapper, one origin, one country. I had that dream because our company, we distribute our cigars in 48 countries. And outside the United States, we know people love puros. One country blends. So this passion project, as hard as I worked to try to make it happen in Honduras, I was unable to achieve my dreams. I found myself traveling to the Dominican Republic, and it was after, I could talk forever. I'm going to compress it. After many meetings, I ended up in the office of one of the greatest master blenders of our generation. I ended up with Manuel Ynoa at La Aurora Cigars factory, and we discussed this special project that I wanted to create. What I was missing in Honduras was the wrapper, and after a few months, we began working with special tobaccos. We began creating this puro in the Dominican Republic. When the cigar came to fruition about a year and a half later, I loved the end result. It was exactly what I wanted to deliver. Everyone knows that in Honduras, there's great Corojo tobacco. But what we did with Corojo tobacco from the Dominican Republic, it took, in my mind, Corojo tobacco to the highest levels I have ever experienced it. And this was all tobacco from the Cibao Valley in Santiago. This blend was released to market in November, December of 2022. 7 months later, after we distributed the cigar in nearly 47 countries, we find out that it was nominated Best Boutique Cigar Brand, Dominican Republic for 2023 by Cigar Journal magazine. It was also nominated for another trophy, Best Value Cigar, Dominican Republic. Nominations are lovely. It's the biggest compliment we can receive. But I have to give credit where credit is due. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for my partnership with La Aurora Cigars Factory and the guidance and the mentorship of Manuel Ynoa, my opinion, one of the greatest master blenders of our generation.
Okay, and what about the BCA?
Beautiful. Oh, BCA. You have whiskey on you? The BCA is a passion project. In the boutique cigar world, in the world of family-owned cigar companies, in the world of first-generation cigar brands, companies, there's a lot of pain and suffering. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of obstacles. You have to remember, 25, 30 years ago, in the cigar industry, nobody talked about the FDA. Present time, today, that's all people talk about. What is the FDA doing? What are they requiring? Are we going to go out of business? Who's protecting us? So the Boutique Cigar Association was a way for us to consolidate, organize, and educate small family-owned boutique cigar companies so that we can have discussions on how to navigate the FDA potential future. We don't know what's going to happen yet. The final ruling from Judge Mehta has not been issued. I've been actively involved along with our board of directors. We have 7 members that are board of directors. This is not something that I can do alone. I don't have that capacity. I brought in highly skilled individuals to help organize and execute at many levels. We host a boutique cigar festival once a year that has reached numbers of attendance unimaginable. Last year we had nearly 900 people at our boutique cigar festival. This year we organized the Boutique Cigar Pavilion, which our vision was to create a level playing field for small family-owned companies where we are not hidden in the corner of a trade show where our products are not visible. Right now we are front and center, and after the termination of day number 2, I can tell you that this show has more than exceeded my personal expectations, and this has been the greatest thing to ever happen to my company, is being here at the PCA 2023 trade show. Now, another aspect of the BCA, I mentioned education. We host monthly seminars and we bring in professionals in that field. I'll give you an example of a monthly seminar that we would host. It might be registration of trademarks. It might be education on how to hire graphic designers that can deliver the type of design work, vector graphics that is required to create some of the beautiful designs that our boxes are adorned with. We might bring in a master blender to talk about special tobaccos from a special region. We might bring in an attorney to discuss importation laws and how to sell cigars in each respective state within the United States. Many people don't know that each state has requirements of distribution licenses that are required. We can't just ship cigars anywhere we want. This is a federally regulated product, and what we try to do is educate to make sure that everybody is in compliance. I will tell you that our board of directors does this 100% completely without profit. These are all volunteers, as I am myself, and our dream is to see others succeed and level the playing field. Now, one of the final things which I am most proud of is that we also focus heavily on protecting and voicing the concerns of our businesses. In a couple of weeks, as I have done 5 or 6 previous times, we travel to Washington, D.C. We go to the state capitol. We meet with our local, state, and federal representatives. I've met with the Department of Health and Human Services. I've met with the head of the Center for Disease Control. I've met with the head of the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. I've sat in front of the director of the FDA, Center for Tobacco Products, to make sure that they understand that premium cigars are different. And we also want to make sure that they understand that family-owned boutique cigar businesses are at highest risk for going out of business. So being a traditional industry that we are, everybody should come together to preserve and protect what it is that we have here, which is something really beautiful, where our products are to be celebrated. Nobody in our family of boutique cigar brands makes products for minors. We do not target to minors. I have written many different thesis papers. One of them was titled, this is very important, Premium Cigars Are a Poor Delivery Tool for Nicotine. These papers were presented to the FDA with all the scientific information. We are leaving no stone unturned to make sure that we do everything to protect our industry. And this is something that we do not get paid to do. This is the light that I'm talking about. This is the passion. This is what myself and my entire board of directors are dedicating our life to.